Okay, here we go. No intro song today. No quality options either. That's too bad. Regardless. Yeah, it's a little bit of a late one. I got things to do in the morning, namely work, so didn't want to waste too much time, and it might end up being a little bit kind of a shorter stream today. We'll see how it goes. But I did want to do some stuff, did want to stream today, so thought I might as well squeeze something in. We're going to be doing a little bit of Outer Wilds, and yeah, we've been playing this a couple times. It's a little bit elusive as to what you're supposed to do specifically, but it's not like we haven't accomplished anything with the past couple streams of it, so I'm curious to see what else is out there. And there's a couple planets I haven't touched yet. There was one that we came up on during the last stream, which seemed relatively eventful, but a lot of what was actually going on there seemed a little bit over my head. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we're going to try and get into it and see what we can find out. Oh, shoot. I was going to play this with mouse and keyboard. I always think because it's a PC game and it's first person, I'm going to play with mouse and keyboard, but I keep forgetting that I do play this game with a controller. Give me a sec. I need to get some batteries for the Xbox One controller, and hopefully it'll start up right off the bat. We'll see. Completely had to change the dynamic of my setup, but that's okay. Here we go. Okay. So last time we found a few things. Uh-oh. Getting that drift again. Don't think that's due to... Ah, shit. And he's slowly sidling away. Whoa, okay, that's weird. I think we need to restart. I feel like I had this problem last time, too. Let's reset the game. I said it during one of these streams. I don't remember if it was specifically for this, but Steam and gamepads do not mix well. A lot of times I find that when you launch a game and then you turn on a controller, all hell breaks loose, and just like anything can happen. So pretty sure that actually happened last time. So let's hope we have better results here. Uh-oh. Okay. And the game crashed. Not having much luck with this one this time around. Let's try it again. Third time's a charm, right? Okay. Are we good? No issues? Yeah, okay. See, we had that problem last time. I believe, so. I just have to remember to use the controller. And then we won't have that issue anymore. Okay. So, before heading off and doing something that we've already done, One thing I did want to do differently is I wanted to go see, I think, the last of our other explorers. Let me see. Because... Not that. Wrong one. So we got Chert. We found Chert. Feldspar we found during the last stream using the Dark Bramble. Banjo. Brittle Hollow. I feel like there was another one. Wasn't there one on the water planet? There is. Okay. I do intend on going to Brittle Hollow at some point. That was the one I was talking about where it seemed like there was some very interesting things going on there, but it seemed a little bit over my head. And I think I want to look somewhere else before we actually jump into that because, yeah. This one I was not looking forward to either, but I feel like I have a better grasp about the game controls. I guess we'll find out. But this was the first planet that I attempted to drop in on, and it didn't end pretty. Yeah. It was also attributed to our first death. So that's always cool. What was that? Looks like pieces of a gravity cannon. Okay. Let's see what we could do here. So there's this like massive cyclone here, and I don't know if it moves or not, but wherever I landed the first time around, yeah, that's what ended up being kind of bad about it, because then it just destroyed the ship, and then it destroyed me. Where's our friend at? I don't know, that's her. Huh. He's in the planet core. Is gravity just like super intense on this planet? Jeez. Oh yeah, gravity 2 times. I guess I didn't see that before. Ooh! And it hurts a lot more coming down. Well, I guess it's a giant planet compared to the other ones that we've seen. Okay. It's gonna be a bigger challenge than I thought. Statue workshop. Oh. Well, never mind. I hope these will be able to support me. Trees detected. Oxygen tank refilled. Somehow I had the feeling like this planet already had oxygen, like, brimming around, but I guess not. Some kind of crest. Nami, they're going to test the memory statues tonight. Phlox said it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Phlox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see that test too, Lami, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us see the a later test. All right. Maybe he will. Or maybe he did. Give a little hop. I don't want to use the jetpack for just such a small amount, but... I think these glowing emblems are a little bit weird, but it doesn't really seem like there's much to them. Well, okay. I can launch a scout through there, that's cool. Appears to be a wall scroll there. Yep, pretty horrifying. Is that? Okay. Yeah, they move. Oh, Lord. Ah. So these just get thrust into space, I guess. Well, it was just a matter of time. Not that. Whoa. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. You need to make sure you're closer to the ground when you come back down. The problem is getting the timing right on that. I don't know exactly when to expect gravity to come and hit me again. Well, alright. Yeah, that's what happens. However, there are many mysteries happening around there, so let's be sure to take a look at them. Dark bramble, giant steep. We'll give it another look, see what happens. Hard to believe that the storm just thrusts islands out of the atmosphere. Wasn't the intended effect, but I guess it worked. Oh, look. A little too close to initiate landing mode anyway. Well, this was what I was looking for anyway. I guess we were just on the opposite end. Howdy. Yeah, bro. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. First solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So, hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. What do you think it was? I figured it'd be some kind of fidgety time business, but I wasn't really thinking about what's happening to the shape of time, you know? But a loop makes sense here. Let's go with loop for now. Looks like you and I are the only ones that can tell that time's gone all weird. Tried radioing Hornfells, asked if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from that loop replay back to me. Pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on the other island. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like I'd seen them through my own eyes. Just like what happens each time I die. Ah, yeah, that happened to me too. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? The Nomai statue must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So, no glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find anything new about the statue or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, what's new with me? Or that's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage, kind of. Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you? Nothing, I guess. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. But I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then, less peaceful. Seems to be happening right now. Where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the... And I can't converse with him. And he just floats in the air like that. I guess we'll talk when we're back on the ground. I just have to make sure that, you know, I'm actually on the ground. Here we go. This is relatively violent. Okay. You ever watch the cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll pull you into a trance if you stare at them long enough. Okay, where should I explore? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. At the start of every time loop. They said that twice. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Yeah, me too, actually. I think it's the gravity cannon. Something like seems like it's sliding across the surface. I don't know. Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I'm calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened, by the way. It's a nice beach for that kind of thing. Give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway. We'll see. What's up with this planet? I know, right? Oh, you meant like, tell you more about it. I got you. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprise there. There's a strong current of waves beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. Just 2. As for the land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also one with that Nomai statue I saw on the beach. You've seen the cyclones. Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip. If you get picked up, try to land in the water. Less likely to kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That'd be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. Okay. I'm guessing you don't have a fire here, do you? Just because it probably keeps going out. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Actually, I saw something burning. That's how I knew that he was here. Oh, yeah, well, there it is. Well, I was gonna roast a marshmallow at every fire I found, so... Unidentified signal. But we identified it. I guess maybe we need to go up to him to see it, confirm for ourselves. Well, it's an interesting little tidbit of information that we learned from him, namely that the Nomai statue is what helps us to retain our memories. I do wonder if there's a way to get other people to do that. But then how would you convey that? Okay. Now it's for sure identified. Well, let's see what's going on in here. Nothing? This is just a cave. Okay. Guess I missed that warning. What the... It's like a piece of bramble or something. Piece of the dark bramble. Let's see what's going on in here. Oh yes, this is where I died, I think. I don't remember if it was due to the ghost matter or due to being picked up and then thrust back down. What is that? Oh, it's one of those jellyfish. We saw one of those earlier. I guess Feldspar did say that they were here. Trip 4, entry number 4 whenever, crashes 2, boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Haha, yeah! All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant Steep. You just got Feldsparred. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Ah, can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gassan about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. Oh, wait. Oh, didn't want to doze off. What the hell? Get me out of here. Try precious minutes I just wasted, I think. So we got the feldspar log, but what the hell else do we do here? Nothing? Need to reorient myself. Oh yes, we don't want to hit the ghost matter, do we? Re-entering the atmosphere. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. The ship seems to have gone up, too. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, boy. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Smooth enough, I guess. There is... What is that? I don't think there's anything I can interact with. Okay, this is the island we were previously on. Is this the statue one? He did say it was two that were, like, connected with each other. Also, I wonder if this helped keep the ship in one place. It might, actually, considering it looks like the thing that was at the base of the gravity cannon. And that was at an angle, and that ship was kept in place. Oh, hey, there's that Nomai statue. I bet that's the one that looked at him. Alright, so just with this, we just have to be aware of the storms. I was trying to cross the other island, though. That's about as far as I got last time. Let's see. There's also should be a way to get in there, too, considering that's the statue lookout or whatever. However they named it. I wonder why that stopped. I guess we're walking in. Welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below, inside the island. How do? Okay. I've seen these before. I feel like I should be able to interact with them somehow, but there isn't like a way to interact with them, so I don't get it. It's just a little welcome message, I guess. Kind of the same thing going on this side. Not really seeing anything else. That might just be the welcoming mat. That's the welcome island, and then this is where the meat of the rest of the stuff is. But the only thing about this is I need to know how to get into the, you know, actual structure here. Which we could fire the scout down into here. What did this say again? Okay, that's the testing of the memory statues. Storm's coming. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Get me in there. Is this just a protection seal? Oh, okay. That maybe it might be a way to like beam in. But I guess not. Well, something that keeps you stable during the storms is good. What if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Snuck in the other way. What is the other way? I'd hate to drop off of anything. Okay, I think what's gonna have to happen here is I need to send the scout in through the grate, and then I need to see if I can find the alternative entry point. So that's the main door. Appears to be some kind of tunnel there. Uh-oh. I think our time's about up here. Well, there's another Nomai statue. I do not know where this other entrance is, unless it's down below. Can't really cut through the water, though. The only thing that would allow me to do that is the ship. below us. Ah. It's a little spooky. It's kind of a shame is that Gabbro seems to be the only other one capable of memory retention in the time loop. And then he's not doing anything about it. He's just in his hammock. I guess maybe we can collaborate or something. I don't know. Okay. Let's go back there. Seems like we're onto something, I think. Lazy bastard. Lazy bastard indeed. There's also a moon on this planet. I wonder if there's something over there. And then, of course, there's that gravity cannon looking thing, too. I don't know if there would be anything to be gained by trying to hit that up, but I think if we wanted to do that, we would have to... I don't know. We would have to exit the ship while in space. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Because there ain't no way that we're actually gonna be able to get to it otherwise. Can't break free from the gravity from here. Without the ship, that is. Okay, well before I test... Whoa. The underwater capabilities. I guess let's check out this island. Seeing as we flew by it and everything. Move the mic a little bit too. Okay, let's see. A couple storm protectors. Wall scroll. Is there anything in this one? Nothing in here. Cassava. This is it. We've finished building the final orbital... I got disconnected. Oh, well. From Steam, that is. Not from the stream. Final orbital probe cannon module, and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Oh, that's what that is. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I'd given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Daz, are you going gelatinous on us, love? That's an expression. I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, or as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. If you know my brother Avens and his spouse, will want to... If I know my brother Avens, rather, and his spouse, will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. Something happened up there. Oh, wait. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create a room for their enthusiasm. Or... whatever. What is this? Oh, is that a model of the... Okay. That's what that thing out there is supposed to look like. We don't usually hear music. I got a little freaked out for a second. Boy, can I even make this? I'm gonna try this side out. First. And we'll see if I can make those jumps. It goes underwater, can I? Okay. Something leading that way, too. Why don't we continue on up through here and see what's on the actual surface, and then we could check out the bottom. Control module projection stone. That's interesting. Cassava, I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Wish I were, my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. Interesting. And this is 3 minutes 53 seconds ago. Long-range probe successfully launched from an orbital probe cannon. What the hell? Oh no. Oh, shit. Get me in there. That was interesting, whatever that was. Okay. So we can only view whatever we're viewing. I'm assuming it's the past. It might be something else entirely. Can only view it from here, though. As soon as we step out, then it's gone. Don't really know what the significance is. Unless this is from a different spot altogether. This could be, actually, this could be from the orbital. Oh, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think we're viewing a section of the orbital probe cannon. So there's stuff up there. Okay. Well, let's see what's on the other side here. Really appear to be anything. Brittle hollow projection stone. Shit. If I can get out on that one. Something was exploding at the last second there. Let me go back over here where the trees are. I don't think there's anything else that we can grab at this particular point, though. Okay. Not sure how much time we have left, but... oh yeah, look at that. We've been through a storm, and yet the ship is in the exact same spot, so... no doubt these things keep it in place. Okay, that was weird. I wasn't really sure what was going on there. You know, thinking about it, when these islands get tossed up, that might be an opportunity to actually get below one of them, maybe? Okay, surface is being weird. Ah. But let me check. Okay, there's that current. Oh, but no, we can get up through here. Whew. Alright. So, my hypothesis was correct. We could, in fact, get in through the bottom. Okay, there's our exit. I'm not going to be able to fly around through here, so we will need to go the long way around anywhere. Statues. Somebody died on that one. Phlox. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is in closest proximity. Oh. Phlox. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in this star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. Yarrow. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. Daz. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Daz. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own statue unit within Ash Twin. Phlox. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask. The statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. Okay. But how does it operate through space-time? So the statue puts it in the memory chamber, which gives it to the memory giver, which gives it to the statue. It's the endless loop. But I guess it saves it This is when the time loop is restored. I don't know. Interesting. And at least we have our reasoning here for why we're able to retain information outside of just, video game. Raimi, I've installed the masts inside the Ash Twin Project Phlox. They look beautiful, although I feel as though I'm being observed. Raimi, it's comforting to know that the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine experience would be hard to endure. Phlox, ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds, as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. Raimi, they will? Why is that? Phlox, if anything goes wrong with the Ash Twins project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it will be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. Raimi, I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Oh shoot, the projection stone probably had some info on it too. Alright. Anyway, the projection stone, the one that we found, that we dropped before moving on to this area. Okay. So it looks like 3 of the masts are operating. So that accounts for me and Gabbro. But then why is there a 3rd one? Unless it's just like the master mask. Did we get that? I don't think we got that. Shoot, probably the only way to get up there is when the storm is around. Damn. Try moving the ship up there, I guess. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe. Haha! Oh, wait. Ah, shoot. I'm wondering if I could actually get on the ship. Yeah, I think it's gonna be doable. Yeah, big oops. We'll have to wait for one more storm to come pass around here, but I think 3 is about it. That's about as much time as we got as a whole. Yeah, not much I could do right now. I don't even know if I could cross over to the other side. Well, a couple things that we figured out here, as we've already talked about, just the whole mask and statue situation, which is handy. But I think since 3 of those masks are activated, that must mean that there's somebody else out there. It's just a matter of who. You know what? There is one at the... Somebody is over at the Brittle Hollow. I wonder if there's a statue there. Alright, it sounds like we're hitting a storm. Well, that's what I wanted. There goes the ship. Maybe it'll knock it back into a place where I could actually get on board. Though, like I said, I think at this point, there's probably not much we can do. Uh-oh. Ship's kind of gone. Oh, it's floating back up here. That's good. Anyway. I'm curious, is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence? Daz, I imagine they're 2 different actions. Cassava, wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Daz, suppose that time was being rewritten. I believe this is different than receiving memories for what is effectively the future. Cassava, but isn't the end result identical in either case? Kinda, yeah. If you ever watched and or played Steins Gate, is a similar sort of situation when it came to the quote-unquote time travel. They're just able to manipulate events that happened by sending messages back to the past that could therefore change the present, affect the future from whatever past they were sending it from. Sort of an interesting concept. Okay. As I said before, I don't think we have a hell of a lot of time. Technically, I think there's still one island, maybe? We saw the Brittle Hollow one. We saw this dude's. Or whatever this one is. I guess it's not specifically Brittle Hollow. Hey, there's a ship. Floating in the water. Should have parked it in one of those ring deals. I'm not going to bother looking into it because it seems like investigating ships in any of the previous cases we've observed doesn't really seem to do anything. You can never interact with them. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Uh-oh. Damn. We'll see it real quick. Okay, what I wanted to see was this brittle hollow. Yes. I can't read it now. I suppose if you want to read it yourself, you could just look it up in the VOD, or if you're watching this on YouTube, look it up there and just pause it. I just wanted to make sure, which I'll probably do on my own time, that if there was anything quest related, or like log related rather, that it would be recorded. Which didn't look... Oh yeah, okay. Look, there it is. Ship log updated. See? Good idea to come back and do that, I guess. I just realized it last second. Where's it coming from this time? Oh, below us again. Yeah, that is a big ouch time, no doubt about that. Okay, I'm gonna go back and look at the ship's logs, see if there's anything else on that particular planet that we can look at. Otherwise, it seems like Brittle Hollow might be the place to go check out. Maybe. Oh yeah, and the orbital probe cannon. I suppose I should probably do something with that. Alright, well, Giant Steep looks like it's still got a few things. My statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send their memories to a storage unit within the Ash Twin project. Each storage unit inside the Ash Twin project was equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which could then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. Statues were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin project succeeded, or in the event that it failed. Statue Island, the island where the Nomai created statues like the one in our observatory. Found the Nomai statue lying on the beach. It looks like the one in our observatory. Also found the big one that was actually inside the workshop. Gabbro is lounging in a hammock near the island shore. Gabbro found a Nomai statue on the other island. The statue's eyes started glowing at Gabbro, and Gabbro saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the time with the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. Orbital probe cannon, something to do with that. Nomai finished building a final module for the orbital probe cannon and sent it into orbit around Giant Steep. I used the Nomai projection pool and saw the interior of the space station in orbit around Giant Steep. Gabbro sees a bright flash of light in the sky at the start of every loop. Something must be happening in the orbit around Giant Steep. Okay, so I think the probe cannon breaks every time the loop starts. Because every time we look up, we see that it's Giant Steep that's up there, because it's the big, turquoise planet. And there's like sparks, and it looks like something's skidding across the surface. So I think that's what's happening. Maybe I should do that first. Construction yard. This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Nomai in the orbital probe cannon on the put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. Cannon was not asked to fire. According to the Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Okay. Well, this has something to do with the ocean depths. Gabbro says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. The Nomai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath the underwater current, which they previously thought was impossible. Feldspar found a way to reach the core of Giant's Deep. Oh, shit. Did we talk to him about that? He said something about that. He was like, yep, I'm the first one to ever do it. But I don't know if he said why. Bramble Island. Saw an island of thorny vines and what appears to be a frozen jellyfish. Looks like Feldspar camped here before heading off to Dark Bramble. Okay. So I got those. I'm going to see if I can get onto that probe cannon. What the? This could be tricky. It also went like invisible for a moment too, so that was kind of weird. Oh boy. Matched its velocity, but the only problem is... being able to get onto it. This is weird. So now we're in orbit, or on the same trajectory that it is on, but I don't know. I still don't know how I'm going to get onto this thing. What I could try... Here's what I could try. Oh man, the hardest thing is trying to be able to land on this thing. Oh boy. Shit. Okay, check this out. Oh boy. Oh lord. Okay, no gravity out here. Good. No, there's a crack out there. I don't know if that's We're supposed to get in, but... Oh no! It's just gonna keep on going. Huh. Control module. Launch module. Probe tracking module. Let's take a look at the control module. Alright, no explanations on... Whoa. Oh. I see. Well, I guess I found what I was looking for. This is what we saw back on Giant's Deep. Okay, this is about as expected. Evans, Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Oh yeah, the eye. I kept talking about that before. Evans, Cassava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not... a power setting we are not. Yes, under any circumstances to go above. Oh, I see. Mallow, I see. And I am right to think that consequently, we'll be ignoring that setting? Oh boy. Evans. I could posit with nearly 100% certainty that our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Evans. Giving the orbital probe cannon all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Maybe we shouldn't be doing things like this. Mallow. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. Mallow. The thought of concluding our elders curious and challenging the... challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. These people have weird speech patterns. Giant's Deep projection stone. So is this just the projection area that we saw? Yes, it is. Okay. So we already saw that. But, as we've seen before, these do have information on them. So, let's see what it says. Cassava. I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Evans. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. Wait, we read this one. Wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Primitive Mal they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. Update: Mal and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea might feel responsible. Huh. So why did one transfer? Why do we have two of the same? Anyway, it looks like they... I don't know. Did they fire it? Because I think it just breaks. Like... at the start of this, so... Who can say? Hmm. 8 minutes, 13 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twins Project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory, gravity field activated. Oh. Okay, I think that's what happens at the beginning then. 8 minutes, 19 seconds ago. Where did the request come from, though? Okay, so that's what happens. It doesn't hit the planet, it launches the probe, and then that causes the cannon to break. Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking modules receiving data from probe. Warning, orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Wait a second, did we read everything that happened here? I noticed there was multiple tier rings, but I don't know if I got all of them. Okay, hold up. So that's Ash Twins. So there was something happened at Ash Twins that transmitted data to tell the cannon to launch. Yes, okay. I guess that's what it said, but I didn't quite, get that. Randomly select the probe trajectory, gravity field activated. Okay. But what's going on at Ash Twins? There didn't seem to be anything going on. Oh, God. Whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, there didn't seem to be anything happening at Ash Twins. Let's just reset. So this is the broken. Orbital probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage modules. Control module intact. No structural damage. Launch module. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. Probe tracking module missing. Okay then. Careful. Launch module, okay. Launch module is the one that had the crack in it. Control module. It's the one we were just in. Probe tracking module. This is the one that's just not here. Yeah, woo, okay. Anyway, I guess we have been using the jetpack a lot, so I'll go back to the ship a second. Okay. You know what? Let me go back through here. feel like we spent a lot of time here. I don't know how much time we have left. Okay, this is the one that's missing. I think this is probably the best bet to try and access the other module. Excuse me. Okay. This one is still intact, so it must be the other one that's got the crack in it. Really? No flashlight? Careful, careful, careful. There we go. Okay. Another one, I guess, is just gone. Oh. No, wait. Control module, projection stone. Let's just see what it has to say. Probe tracking module. This is the one that's lost. This is... Where is this? Okay, so the probe tracking module went somewhere. We just don't know where. This might be Brittle Hollow? Maybe? That's a lightning. Actually, it might be the core of the Giant's Deep. I don't know. There's always storms raging around there. Hello, imagine, Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. Oh. Well, no, it wouldn't be in the eye, because it's just the tracking module, so... But it probably has that information, I guess, if the probe actually was able to meet where it was supposed to go. Let's see. I am honored and terrified. Privet, you won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Mallow, fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? Privet, I would mind, Mallow, I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. You got a point there. Okay, so we need to find that, because that'll probably tell us where this eye is, and the eye is probably going to tell us why everything is going on the way it is. Seems like they had a lot of concern for this eye. That's all busted up around there, so can't do anything with that. Let's just look at this since I didn't do it. Yeah, that's what we saw before. Okay. I think that's our next big goal, maybe. Try to find the probe tracking module. I have a feeling like it's at the core of Giant's Deep, however. So let's see what the log says. Probe tracking module somewhere. Okay, orbital probe cannon entry. The broken remains of the Nomai space station in orbit around Giant's Deep. There are 3 axis ways branching out from the central hub area. The orbital probe cannon was created to find the precise location of the eye of the universe. Nomai pushed the orbital probe cannon above its maximum power setting to create the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. Launch module is badly damaged, but the projection pool is still intact. The mine named Mallow argued that it wouldn't matter if the cannon's structural integrity was compromised, since they only needed to fire the probe once. The mine named Privet countered that they wouldn't be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. Okay, probe tracking module. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules. The probe tracking module is receiving data from the launched probe. Any Nomai aboard the probe tracking module will be first to see the coordinates of the eye of the universe. My computer reports the probe tracking module as missing. I saw a probe tracking module through the Nomai projection pool. It looks like the module is underwater. I could see purple electricity outside the viewport. Okay, so it's definitely at the core of Giant's Deep. We need to get down there somehow, but I don't know how. Construction yard, ocean depths. Gabber says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. Nomai construction yard. Saw something sink beneath the underwater current, which they previously thought was impossible. What did Feldspar have to say about that? Feldspar's alive. They crashed their ship, now camping inside a huge anglerfish skeleton. Feldspar doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong when it says my scout is in 2 places at once. I have a theory that space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. Feldspar doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. Yeah, no, but I need information on how he got to the core of Giant's Deep. Okay, this is new information that we picked up. I plan to construct technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval on Ash Twin. Every memory recorded by the Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within the Ash Twin. I wonder if there's a way to, like, access other memories. I guess not. Why are these red? Still need to find that sun station, too. Look at this real quick. Okay. Can't believe it wasn't electrocuted. I wonder if he took that big cyclone down. I thought it was... Usually the marker is for the ship, so I thought that was the ship. I'm like, well, I ain't getting back on now. And now we're still good. Although the ship... Ah, shit. Well... Yeah, I don't think I can get to that. Fuck it. Just kill myself. There's a massive cyclone. And it's on Giant's Deep. I kind of wonder, since it's so huge, if maybe it has a means to getting down to the core. It's bigger than the other ones, I'm pretty sure. Oh, look, and that's the probe. That blue thing. Okay. So that's what the spark was. They put it right there in front of your face. I wonder if you could actually, like, follow the probe. Oop, getting a little close to that orbital cannon. Okay. That would be the one. Whoa. Okay. I think we found what we're looking for. Well, that was kind of fun. Let's see. Make a couple of repairs with what we could do. I don't think I could... Well, actually... Wait, no, it's right down here. All right, let's see what happens here. Big pool. Guessing this goes below somewhere. I was gonna come back to it, but let's see. Might be something that controls this. Big corridor. Long way down. Alright, what are you? Be welcome to this place. This tower shares all with who asked the knowledge needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Oh, we saw something like this on Riddle Hollow, but the way to the actual, I don't know, library location, it was shattered. So enter this place without friends. However, these are lessons to learn for yourself. Do I enter down there? Guess I do. Ooh! Thank God. Seek the Wandering Arch. Okay. Identified signal nearby. What the hell? It's the monolith. Frequency quantum fluctuations. That's pretty damn scary. Ah. It's just right there, huh? Observing a quantum object. Observing an image of a quantum object. These are the same. Really? Oh. So if we look at an image of something, then we can look at the actual deal. I get it, kinda. Maybe I don't get it. I needed to stay there. Oh, wait. Okay, hold up. As long as it's being observed, it should stay in place. So if I got the scout up there, then it'll remain there. Yes. Now I see. The thing with the quantum moon that was weird, though, was that I was looking right at it when I saw it that one one time, and anyway, I was looking right on it and I couldn't land on it. It like phased out of existence, despite the fact that I was staring right at it. But maybe I need to launch a probe onto it. The arch and the crystal do not naturally meet. Not naturally. Oh, shit. This is a weird concept, but I dig it. I don't like when it pops up like right next to you. Okay, do we have a stone here? This is the last one, but we made it harder. Okay. Still dealing with 2-time gravity. Oh, shit. I had it. The only thing is, I need to take a picture of the other one to make sure it stays there. I could cross like that. That should work. Shit, but the arch is on that side. Oh, now it's here. Okay. Lesson learned. It's usually a scroll rack. I guess I don't see anything on there. We offer our congratulations. You learned the rule of quantum imaging. Take this knowledge with you on the remainder of your quantum pilgrimage. Remember, the other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. Our curiosity goes with you on your journey. You walk in the footsteps of those that came before you, and your path guides those who will follow later. I guess. Really, it's the island shard. Like, what island did this shard originate from? Okay, well, that was very interesting. It did not get me to the core, and I don't have a means to find the probe module. There's a possibility that there could be one in the other pole, yes? Let me take a look. Which one are we at? We're on red. There's a current. What was that? Something red. I think it's one of those jellyfish. Oh, you know what? Maybe we need to ride a jellyfish down to the core. That's why he couldn't believe he didn't get electrocuted. Yeah, look at that. There's that electricity down there, too. Same thing we saw from the probe. But where would we get onto a jellyfish? There's a lot of storms up here. Let me go talk to our friend. Okay. Couldn't remember which one had the ghost energy. Have you used that one before? Yes, you have. Have I found something? I reached the inside of Statue Island. So, the Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I can see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like their sort of thing. Do you think the statues are recording our memories then? Because I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. I guess if you want to call it that. Found out what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop, for real? Did you find out why? Too much power. Now, it's kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. Pretty surprised Nomai built something that actually broke. Come to think of it, though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. That's true. Could follow the probe, I guess, but again, I think I said this earlier, but I feel like that's what trying to find the probe data module would be good for. So I wanted to look down here. Considering this is the one that has the... Oh, time's up. This is the one that's got the jellyfish on it. See if maybe we can catch a jellyfish here, but I don't see anything. They all seem to be below the currents. I don't think I've seen one that's popped up. It might be a thing where maybe they come up with the storms? I don't know. Usually seems like when there's a gimmick attached to a planet, you have to utilize it in several different ways if you want to find out what's going on. Could be that the jellyfish come up with the storms, though. Maybe we have to catch a ride with it. Engage autopilot. Accelerating toward destination. Firing retro rockets. Yeah, they're getting fired all right. Okay, well, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this might be one of our most productive streams yet. Seems like everything I did was successful in getting something where I didn't quite get that feeling from a couple of the previous streams. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here, though. As I said, not a whole lot of time tonight. But yeah, usually playing this game, time just flies by. It's a very interesting game, and I do enjoy playing it, but we will come back to it in a few days. Tomorrow's Monday. Metal Gear Monday comes back, so we're going to be doing some more Snake Eater. And then we got Skyward Sword probably popping up on Tuesdays. So I'd say the soonest we can play this is on Wednesday, unless, of course, I mix things up again. But you never know. However, appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks as always. And I'll be back tomorrow. So maybe we'll catch you then. Until then, take care and have a good night. And we'll see you next time.